my prediction on how AI will change SEO and online business, and why the SEO part is especially important is because that's what the ChatGPTs and LLMs already do. They are already affecting SEO. It would be interesting to see some data how much it's already impacting, but it's gonna probably grow exponentially. The key parts here is like the AI agents that do a lot of stuff for you. The fact that the search goes more into the AIs instead of people actually clicking to the websites. But then also what kind of things become important in business and for sales when the environment shifts. So let's start from the first thing. So a lot of the search goes to large language models, chatbots, or even if already today you Google something, it's the Google's AI giving you the answer, so you don't have to go and click on a website. So that's gonna decrease the amount of human clicks to websites. And there's a reason why I'm saying human clicks, because there will be the agentic clicks, the AI agents clicking, and human clicks. So I think in future we will start to probably be talking more about human clicks, agent clicks. We will start to track the agent clicks, human clicks, and we have like, for the traffic, we have like 2 buckets of traffic we are starting to talk and starting to track. So there's less clicks coming to the website, which is not necessarily a bad thing. We will get to that in a moment. So now it becomes really important that the AI LLMs find information about you so they can bring it to the user. Whether it's the Google AI giving the immediate answer and then telling the source or referencing the source, or someone doing a search on a topic of like what are the best products or solutions for this thing, and it gives you top 10 like solutions and you're listed there. So people might not click to your stuff, but at least they will see your name, product name, your brand name. What this does is that it's easier to get in front of users or like people or audience, buyers, leads, potential buyers. Because previously, if someone was shopping, let's say jeans, how many websites a person would check through? Probably not that many. You search for jeans, you check 3, maybe 5 websites. If you're looking for something really specific and you really want to get it, maybe you check like more. But on average, people check a couple websites. But now you can ask the chatbot to do the research, or the AI agent to do the research for you. And it might scrape like 100 websites and then present the top 10 options for the person. So now your likelihood to getting found is much higher, but the competition goes higher. There will be more, you will be compared to more things. So the first it will be like, okay, you need to be foundable by the agent, but that should be easier than getting to the top page and the top 5, top 3 search results. And then you need to be able to have the AI pick you to the top 5 or top 10 options out of the 100 it checked through. So then it comes down like what kind of information there is available, how you can evoke trust, how, and also how is it your product or service match for what the person is looking for. And then, the user might, check the few options, talk more in detail with AI, and then the person might check the 1, 2, 3 top options, their websites. So clicks are less, but those who click are higher intention. They're already warmed up. They're already coming to the website to just double check the options, maybe ready to make a purchase. So conversion rates should go up. And there's still the same amount of demand for products. So even though the human clicks decrease, it doesn't mean that the demand for the products will decrease. the sales shouldn't decrease just because of that. So the conversion rates should go higher. And now, because your product or service is compared to so many other options and it's easier to find more options, finding your angle and finding your niche and your audience becomes important. If you think beforehand, if you lived in a town and there was one clothes shop, you went to buy jeans, you went there were a couple of options, you would choose something from that. Unless it was something that it's not really fitting you at all and you would skip it. And then on internet era, you maybe check few stores, you have more possibilities to find stuff, but people are not spending, like, at least most of the time, a shit ton of time and looking out all the options. So they're still going to check the couple top options that are promoted, the couple websites they know, couple, trustable big brands, and trustable big brands or brands that they trust, and then they make their choice. But let's imagine a situation that your small town has a specialized jeans store, and they offer 100 different jeans there from 100 different brands. And then there is the seller who's really knowledgeable about everything about jeans. Genius, like AI knows everything about the topic kind of. How would the purchase process go? How would the decision making go? Well, first of all, you probably talk with the sales, the clerk, the salesperson, and they would help you figure out what you're looking for and tell through, like, what are the differences in the jeans. And then they would bring you up like, hey, here's top 5 things I would recommend that could you match you. Then you're like, hey, I would like 3 of these look good. Then you go, you try those 3 options and you choose which one you buy. So that's what's gonna happen now with AI chatbots and the new era of online business and SEO. But then there's also another aspect to the equation, which is that the AI can do, like this, so much research on the product, on you, your brand, your business, your reputation, everything, even without the user asking it. So then the next thing is, like, for the competition is like, okay, if there are a lot of similar options, why would AI, recommend my product or service as a number 1 for the person searching for something? Well, first of all, it needs to be as good as possible match for what they're looking for: budget, size, colors, use case scenario, yada yada. But after that, let's say that there's 5 jeans that are, like, really similar. The color, the cut, everything is really similar. They're, like, really similar. And the user is like, I don't know, these all 5 looks like same to me. Like, what should I choose? If there's, like, not a difference in the price or shipping options, let's say. Now the AI is probably, gonna check little details like, can it find information about trustworthiness of the business, who runs the business, reputation, ecologicalness of the manufacturing, all these kind of things. And AI has the bandwidth to go take this data and then present it to the buyer. It could be also that the technical details that didn't matter previously because the buyers or the audience didn't understand it or didn't have the bandwidth, time and like mental bandwidth to process on the decision-making process, wasn't necessarily so important. But now we could have on the sales page maybe a really technical explanation about how do we manufacture our jeans, what kind of, like, where do we source our materials and everything. And because the AI is really understands jeans and cloth manufacturing really well, it can understand that technical explanation. And now it can refer that to the user and be like, example, tell that, well, this seems to be a really good brand because they have this kind of reputation amongst the users. They're really ecological because they use this kind of, like, materials, and like their jeans are much more likely to be durable because they use this kind of like quality control measurements and manufacturing processes. Now the person might know anything about those, like what affects the ecology of the textile sourcing, the materials, or the manufacturing processes, but they trust the AI, whatever the AI recommends. So in a weird way, we could go to a way where like being more specific, detailed, and technical about your product and service might actually be a good thing, especially if the product marketplace is really saturated otherwise. And it's actually interesting to think what kind of products and services where this might be a big thing. One thing that comes to my mind is supplements. Pretty much all the supplements are like more or less the same, but they might still have big variation in the quality. But how on earth, like average buyer, like even me who is in like health and wellness needs knows something about this stuff, how on earth I'm gonna like, you know, figure out like, is this supplement better manufactured? Is this supplement like better sourced material, like sourced materials or ingredients? How on earth would I know? Or someone says like, we have this certificate, we have this third-party laboratory. I don't know those laboratories. I have no clue. Like you could slap some PDF together, slap it on the side, and I'm like, looks good to me. But AI will like understand this stuff. AI can do the background research. So this kind of stuff might become surprisingly important. Also, because AI makes manufacturing a lot of content and everything really easy, the trust is huge thing. And there has been a lot of talk about attention economy for years, and I think we are in a point where the attention economy is saturated or has started to saturate, where it's like there's not really more human attention to be mined, because people are already spending shit ton of time on devices, even from really young, and already like quite old people are using devices and social media, and those who are not on social media and devices probably won't get there because they just like, they cannot adopt this stuff anymore. They're in the mindset of like, I don't want. If they haven't adopted to this point, they probably will like not adopt it for any reason. So I think we are coming to the end of the attention economy, and the next step, I believe, is trust economy. There's more and more stuff online. They all start to look polished. It's so easy to create copywriting, design, websites, use different kind of templates. You know, like how easy and fast is it to put up a Shopify store or some kind of online store, accept payments, make it look good, and now with AI, like make some kind of like product photos and whatnot look good. Where like the facade, everything looks good. You don't know, and you could get scammed. Or like bigger thing than that, I think is not so much scammed, because that's a short term like thing. You will get caught, and Stripe won't, or Shopify won't like serve you anymore if you're scamming. But then, you know, being just average, you know, how easy it is to convince people that this product or service is better what it is, and people have no way to find out beforehand other than to buy that thing and then try it ourselves and then like not buy again or leave some reviews and whatnot. So all this is going to increase the need for trust, and with the AI scams coming and everything like more widespread and more harder to know this. Example with the AI scams, I think we're entering an era where like digital native person like me will have to worry about getting scammed by a deep fake video or something. They're soon getting so good that we won't notice even if we are looking diligently. And even like if you notice stuff, it's so easy to be in a moment where you were in a rush or something and you just didn't pay attention. So trust is gonna become a really big thing. Now, how do you build that trust? Now, number one thing is human connection. Have people actually come to your physical store? Has people seen you? Have they followed you for a longer time? Maybe to start a business or launch a product or service, you need to, play the more long-term game, build the audience, show up in front of the audience over time, share more about yourself, be more transparent, be more open, be affiliated with other, you know, creators or brands which are reputable to create your reputation. Just like in SEO, linked by other big sites which have a good domain ranking is good for your site, and which are reputable sites is really good for your site. Then also probably some third party things will become bigger. For supplements, I don't know does it exist, but will it become even bigger thing that there will be one or two big global supplement review laboratories who test all the supplements under earth and share their findings, and their thing is that they're staying like or even if the companies could buy a certificate for their product, but like their thing is to be trustable, reputable source, and that's how they make their money. There might be more and more this kind of stuff coming, and the need for that. Then being recommended by your friends, people who you know, probably gonna be a big thing. Then to what degree people trust AI, chatbots, that's interesting to see. But yeah, it's a really interesting phenomenon to think, and probably worth of its own like video and a lot of thought. Like, why do people trust something but not something else? How you can build that trust in this digital space? How can you build trust quickly if you're launching a new product or starting to build an audience? How do you recover if something happens that deteriorates that trust? How will the trust marketplace or the trust ecosystem saturate? There will be probably a lot of like trust boosting where creators and brands will start, working with each other, boosting each other to create like fake reputability and that kind of stuff. So there will be its own problems that will come up, and how do we battle those? But things that will never go out of fashion is like real interactions with your customers, whether it's face-to-face, video call. Community is huge. You cannot fake a big community of real people engaging. So that will be big thing. So I think we will see more and more different kind of brands building their own community on different platforms. So being a reputable community platform, which is really good in moderating that there's no bots and fake stuff. Brands creating their own community so people can come there, talk about the products, get peer support, maybe the customer support moving to the communities. People double check like, yeah, they have a huge community of 1,000 people, there's active conversation going. I put some message, I ask about other people's experiences, they message me, it seems concurrent with everything else I know about the company. I actually even messaged with this one other person with DMs, like everything seems legit. Maybe you have like weekly video calls where people can hop on, talk on a video call with you. Maybe you can go ask questions and they're like, okay, seems really legit, didn't seem like fake. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Well, I think that's the main points. Probably there's something I missed, but leave a comment, send a message. Really important topic, and I think this is a topic where like thinking and talking about this is a bit too early. Most of the people don't still recognize how important this is, but I see this being right around the corner with the AI stuff and how fast it's improving. I think this is something entrepreneurs should already start to think in their business, because once this thing starts to become urgent or starts to become a thing and you start to build the trust, you will have to delay before you actually can boost your trust and build it. So if you start to implement this thing, or at least plan and prepare for this stuff, you're ready when this stuff comes. Just like AI, like if you're just waiting, you know, for the moment they're like, oh, when the AI chatbot things will be ready, you will be late. You need to be testing and implementing it, that stuff while it's maturing, because once it comes so fast, it iterates, improves so fast that once your competitors are using it, you're late. And you cannot be like, we will take it once we see our competitors using it, and they might be preparing and planning it already for a long time, and once they launch some AI things, you're already behind. So with this trust stuff, it's like, who are building the trust, who are prepared for it. Once it becomes important, there are people who are already trusted at that time, and then there are people who start to build the trust when the need for the trust increases, and then people might not trust you anymore. It's like, now you're starting to do these things. Why didn't you do this earlier? Why didn't you show up in front of us consistently before? Why didn't you be more transparent about things before? But if you can say like, hey, we have been already transparent for this many years about these things, we have done these things already since this year, you can go and see all the videos we have published since, you know, 2025 about like where we share transparently about our manufacturing and social materials and everything. That will be good stuff. Because I think trust, like the consistency over time, will be one of the biggest factors, and that's a thing that will take a lot of time to build. So you should start it now. See you in the next video.